Hi guys, Andrea here. My brother is playing the intro of this song and it's Hey Soul Sister, the old version by Tommy Emmanuel on the guitar. Beautiful piece. I started this jewelry cabinet a while ago and first I designed it on the paper and decided on the hardware I was going to use, if it was too big or not. And I finally settled for a very slim design, very elegant. I think this will look beautiful in oak and some other woods I decided to use for this project. I decided to use black walnut here and I put it through the planer. I just skip planed it to see how's the grain and how it looks, because it was all oxidized outside. And then I decided on a piece that had some character to it, some grain. I also used white oak here, as you see. I ripped it on the table to make the parallel sides and I planed it. And this came really nice. I had some rustic oak that was outside at least for 7 years, and I had some olive wood also that I used for this project when I took it from the tree that has fallen here in Fajana. I used a little bit of plane to join the edges and to make it smooth. And there the full shaving. That's always cool to take with the plane. Here I was still using the old blades that I had, that's why the sound differences, and you see the shop is clean on one side and then on the other shot is not clean. I was combining the shots here, and when I dimensioned this wood I left it for some time to stay so it doesn't warp too much. I used here a big piece of maple that I had. It had a big nasty split in the middle because this was the heart of the tree, but it goes kind of diagonal, so I could use some pieces of wood to make the drawer sides. Most of this would go into the firewood, but there were some pieces to be used, so I used everything I could. You can see the heart is in the center, but I can use what's on the sides, and I'm splitting it right, so I'm splitting it right in the middle of the tree. There I take the measurements directly from the paper, and then I cut my pieces to a little bit oversized, I think, here, so I can plane them and bring them to the final dimensions of the sides of the drawers. Checking it with the squares, everything is nice, and I seem to be happy with that. Then when one side was flat, I ripped the other side parallel, and then I took 3 little pieces to have for the drawer fronts. Here I was ripping again the black walnut, the same as oak, and I wanted to separate it a little bit harder. This was the maximum reach of my saw, and this wood looks beautiful, especially with the finish on. And on the jointer I passed a little bit the drawer fronts, basically all dimensioning the wood. And I passed also the maple sides. This is some Croatian maple, and I think it's hard. It's quite hard actually, very dense wood. And then the olive piece that I had, I did a video already on this, how I made it sled and everything, and now I ripped the little pieces for the drawer fronts. It has some striking colors, and this is probably the hardest wood I have worked with. It had some rot, so I put a little bit of CA glue to seal it and to harden it. When this glue grabs, it becomes as hard as plastic. And finally, I can cut the pieces to sizes and then I had all of my pieces laying out and ready for the joinery, and that will be in the second video. Once done, one of these jewelry boxes will be in a giveaway exclusively for my Patreons, so consider becoming my Patreon and support my channel. Thank you very much. Let me know if these videos are okay for you, if you like this format, and I will do more. Thank you very much, thank you for your patience, happy summer!